So guys, to begin, I'm going to be filling in my eyebrows, and I'm using the Davis pencil. This is the shade 018. This is the lighter shade because I know there are two shades. The second one is darker. I think that's the shade 003. So now I'm priming my eyes using the Early Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Toffee, blending that in with a blending brush. And now I'm going into the single powder palette from Beyond Beauty Cosmetics. This is their shade BB06. It is a very rich dark shade of brown. I usually use it for my contour. So this is like the darkest shade of brown, of matte brown that I have, which is why I'm using it as an eyeshadow today. And I'm just using it above my crease area and extending it outwards. So now I'm going into the Blossom Cosmetics eyeshadow palette and taking that orange shade with this very small brush that you can see, and I'm blending it upwards right above the brown that I applied at first. So I forgot to show you guys the eyeshadow that I was using, but I went back into that same Blossom Cosmetics eyeshadow palette and I took a bright color, like an eggshell color, a matte shadow, and then just placed under my brow bone area. So now I'm taking the micellar water from Missmetics to clean off the area because I'm getting ready to cut my crease. Now I'm going into this Adventure makeup concealer. It is really thick. This is my I just got it newly, so I'm using it to cut my crease, and it's so light because it's looking like a creamy shade, and I needed something light because the eyeshadows that I'm going to be placing, I really need them to pop. So I'm cutting the crease and extending it outwards as well. So now back to that brown shade from the Beyond Beauty powder. I'm just extending it outwards. That same orange shade as well, I'm going to be placing it next to the brown.
What's up? Let me tell you what's up. Baby, would you love me? Give me that real love. Baby, would you hold me?
And then I'm using that same eggshell color that I used for my brow bone area, and I'm just patting it on top of the inner cut crease area. So now I'm going into this 12 color flash palette from Dumebi Cosmetics, and I'm taking the white to kind of like create a double cut crease. I'm tracing it along the exact area that I cut my crease. And guys, I'm using a very tiny precise lip brush. This is a lip brush that I'm using. So now I'm going into the Dumebi Cosmetics powder palette and taking that white to set the area that I apply the white face paint, if that's what that is. I'm sorry, I forgot to show you guys how I did the dripping part of the cut crease with the white, but it's really easy. It was that same brush that I used. I just drew the pattern. So now I'm cleaning up the rough areas where the white was extending beyond where it should. I just took that same lip brush and I took some of that brown and I just sharpened the edges to remove any stain of the white on the brown. So now to do my other eye, I'm doing two different eye shadow looks. I just took that orange, I just placed it all around there. Then I'm going in with a brown shade, not as dark as the brown from the Beyond Beauty powder, just a lighter shade of brown now to just create a gradient. Then I use that same eggshell shade from the Blossom Cosmetics to just do my brow bone area. I'm using the same Adventure makeup concealer to cut my crease, but I'm doing it in like a cloud pattern. For some reason, guys, I didn't know my camera stopped recording, so I didn't show the complete part or the complete clip of me cutting my crease in this cloud pattern. But I use a small brush and it's really easy. So I set it with that same white powder from Dumebi Cosmetics. Now I'm placing the orange halfway in and then placing the brown in the outer corner and just blending everything right in. You guys are feeling it. So I'm using the Mabrook liner. This liner, I like it because it dries very, very matte. You guys, I trust anything Mabrook, yo. But then you should know the answer. Then you wanna go. So I'm going to be popping on these lashes. If you really wanna win my heart, you gotta know what up. You gotta know what. So I'm using the Rimmel London primer to prime my face. I'm just applying that right now. And then for my foundation, I'm using the Blossom Cosmetics foundation, mirror foundation in the shade Coffee 190. Just applying that with a damp beauty blender, blending it right in. I have to be careful doing this because of the eyeshadow that extends outwards from the eye. So I didn't really go too far into that area. So now I'm highlighting my under eyes with that same toffee concealer from LA Girl Pro.
All the fancy clothes, but then you shoulda know the answer. Then you wanna go on a money show, but then you need to know the answer. If you really wanna win my heart, you gotta know what up, you gotta know what up, you see. If you really wanna win my heart, you gotta know.
So I'm just blending everything right in now using my beauty blender and using light tapping motions.
Baby, would you hold me? Give me that real love, oh. Baby, would you give me that real love, oh. Baby, would you give me that?
So I'm going to be setting my highlighted areas using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. So you guys, into the ZKL palette, the powder palette, I'm just applying that powder shade of powder, which is my shade, on all other parts of my face, excluding the areas that I highlighted.
Give me that real love, oh. Baby, would you?
So I'm brushing off the setting powder.
Real love, oh. Baby, would you love me? Give me that real love, oh. Baby, would you hold me? Give me that.
Now I'm taking this glow from Blossom Cosmetics. I'm just going to be glowing up the high points of my face, my cheekbones, my chin, my forehead area, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow on my lips.
Love me, give me that real love, oh. Baby, would you hold me? Give me that.
Just lining my eyes using the Mabrook pencil. This is like my favorite pencil in black to use for my under eye. So now I'm going to be taking this green shade of lipstick. I really love that lipstick. It's matte lipstick from Peace Beauty Cosmetics, and I'm going to be using it to draw the flower patterns in my under eye area, and I'm using a very small precise brush.
Give me that, give me that, give me that. It's doing me. I like that, oh, I like that, oh, I like that, oh, oh. I know you want me, you want me to be your baby, you wanna love me, wishing that I could be your lady.
So I'll be taking white from that 12 color flash palette from CUTCREASE Cosmetics just to create some dimension in the green flower that I already drew. I just want to give it like some highlights and lowlights, so I'll just be using that white to just put some dimension.
But then you need to know the answer. If you really want to win my heart, you gotta know what up, you gotta know what up, you see.
And then next I'll be taking that lemon green shade also from the 12 color flash palette from CUTCREASE Cosmetics to also further create a color gradient to give that highlight low light effect, because there's light green and then there's a darker shade of green and then there's white. So now I'm taking the red with the bottom of my brush just to create like a red dot, which will, I don't really know what it was supposed to be, maybe like a fruit, but if you're familiar with Christmas decor, then you know the pattern that I was trying to create. Then I'm going to be placing some whites around the red also to create some highlight effect, and I'm using an eyeliner brush because it's very tiny and precise for this. So for my lipstick, I'm also going back to another lipstick from Peace Beauty Cosmetics. This is the red shade. These lipsticks are super pigmented, you guys. So I just applied that, and now I'm lining my lips using the brown pencil, the same pencil that I use for my brows. I use brown because I wanted there to be some sort of dimension, because as a dark skin person, having that darker effect outside kind of makes it pop more. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. Happy New Year. Please subscribe if this is your first time. Let me know what you guys think about this look in the comment section below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to share. It helps me when you guys share my videos. The share button is just right below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye.
I like that, oh, oh. You making me that, you making me that.